So imagine that between the house and so on, we're gonna have 4 characters, maybe 5. I think I want to draw this with 2 hands. And then it was something like this. Something like this.
And then, yeah.
Very important shoes. The moment that I really thought I want to do a show here with the work of Giacometti was when I discovered this drawing of the copies that Alberto Giacometti did on the streets, very near to his studio, of what 2 or 3 kids draw. As I'm very interested in childhood, when I see like this attention that he had for these drawings that he did in the street, that was really, really magical to me.
It's great, very strange. And the, yeah, got it.
Back to childhood. Childhood fun. I love it. I love the space that here it feels is a house in a way. It's kind of a palace. And both my works and works of Alberto Giacometti inhabit this palace. Okay, so en français, s'il vous plaît. Je suis Petrit Halilaj. Et voici? Oh my god! Okay, again. Bonjour, je suis Petrit Halilaj. Et voici mon exposition.
Le titre de l'exposition est venu assez naturellement. Dans la conversation avec Petrit, la réflexion autour du palais à 4h du matin, cette œuvre de Giacometti, a cristallisé l'intérêt de Petrit. Et il y a un très très beau texte de Giacometti qui s'appelle « Je ne puis parler qu'indirectement de mes sculptures » et dans lesquels il évoque effectivement ces palais qu'on construit dans la nuit et qui disparaissent après leur réalisation. Et c'est donc Nous construisions un fantastique palais la nuit, un palais d'allumettes, etc., etc.
Yes. When I read this letter, the text where Giacometti explains this palace that continues to fall apart and all the characters that are there, what you can see is that there is this very, very fragile structure of palace that holds these stories. Abetare is about taking a drawing how it is and making it stand in a space. You want it to be sculptural and stand, but I'm obsessed with kind of trying to find a balance between that and how it still remains a graphic line of drawing. That is in a space that has its own fragility, that has its own character. And for me, the whole process is pretty much a collective participatory process where there are really a lot of steps to arrive to the sculpture. The main structure comes from a combination of one drawing of a cube. You know, like in a school when you learn how to do a cube in elementary school? This drawing comes from the school from Runic, the first beginning of the project of Abetare, and it was one of these drawings that I documented. And in the studio we tried to double it, it's shifted and it's merged. And to make it stand in 3D, we kind of displaced lines. I don't know, in a way there is a structure that you play with and become a palace. When people come and they look around, they will see this drawing where Giacometti copied a group of kids with 4 characters. I think the whole show is full of these stories to kind of discover.
Ce qui est intéressant d'observer, c'est en fait comment ce dessin d'enfant que Giacometti a vu en 1932 sur un trottoir voisin de son atelier, qu'il a recopié avec grande attention puisqu'il existe plusieurs copies très précises qui reprennent les mêmes traits, comment ce regard, ce rapport au réel se rapproche d'un autre ensemble de représentations et de fonctionnements de pensée qui sont les associations d'idées, les collusions qui se produisent, par exemple, dans le rêve, et qui l'intéressent à ce moment-là. Et cela aussi, ce n'est pas simplement l'idée de l'enfance ou une connexion à l'enfance comme thème, mais véritablement un fonctionnement de la pensée que Giacometti comme Petrit ont trouvé dans le dessin d'enfant qui les intéresse en particulier et que surtout, je crois, il leur intéresse de ne pas perdre.
To be honest, like when I see about and think about the work of Giacometti, before I started to work in this show, I didn't thought he was so much related to childhood. I think this show will bring somehow his interest to childhood. How through the drawing you relate to that way of understanding the world. And Abetali is like so related to all of this as a project.
Il y a ces fabuleux dessins que Alberto Giacometti a réalisés avec son neveu Silvio Bertu pendant la guerre, qui sont des choses qui n'ont jamais été montrées et qui sont particulièrement touchantes, à vrai dire, lorsqu'on les découvre. Donc ça a révélé beaucoup de choses dans l'œuvre de Giacometti, à vrai dire.
And this I loved because like it reminded me of my relationship with Luna, my niece from Kosovo. She's part of the exhibition because we draw together. So we started to make drawings, and he would do an enormous amount of drawings like for all these months that I have been working here. And this relation that you install through drawing with people, it's a very special connection. I don't know how it would be for a kid to see this exhibition, to be in a palace and be inside it or around it. But for me, I think as an adult, it was a very fun journey around the childhood as a theme. Oh my God, it's crazy. It was so good, small scale.
Ce qui est assez fascinant à observer entre l'œuvre d'Alberto Giacometti et celle de Petrit Halilaj, c'est plusieurs points qui touchent à une finesse de regard, à la fragilité des choses et des existences, à ce qui relève du petit détail ou de la petite chose, du rapport d'échelle entre ce qui est grand et ce qui est petit.
I'm so happy to have the smallest work of Giacometti that he ever did. I think it's like this, like it's incredible, but like the precision that you can see. And we placed it in front of a mirror, so like you all of a sudden are confronted with your scale. In confrontation to the sculpture, you look a giant. I think it was just so good with scale and small scale particularly. You can see the essence of humanity in that. I remember as a student, I saw his work for the first time in such a togetherness of different sizes, both very tiny small scale and the big scale, and how in all the scales in a very different way this affected me a lot, which is also what continued here to be a part of my reflection, like the misfittings and the fittings of things, and like how he was related to the public space or private space and the mental space.
Il y a une chose qui est assez belle à souligner dans la rencontre entre les deux œuvres. Je parlais de cette manière de placer dans l'enfance, mais aussi dans de petites œuvres, toute la grandeur de l'humanité, toute la force de l'humanité. Et de percevoir dans cette fragilité la plus grande réalité de la condition humaine, je crois qu'il y a là quelque chose de très fort que l'un et l'autre touchent du bois, dont j'espère que l'exposition témoigne finalement.
The show is over.